Grand rising to our people and a grand fall for the rest of the world. The rest of the world is falling, but I only have a few minutes here. I want to talk to you guys real quick. Why? Well, first of all, we are the only people that are bringing prophecy out in the whole entire world. Everyone before loved to say that they're a Bible-believing institution, Bible-believing church. You know, Jesus talks about, knowing him as like the spirit of prophecy. If you really know the Most High, you will be all about prophecy right now. If you are really all about the Most High, if you are his son or daughter, you will be all about prophecy right now. Because really there's nothing else to talk about. Talking about Jesus' love, Paul. Now the rubber has met the road. The rubber has met the road. It's peeling off. And you can see right now that the other nations have nothing to do talking about prophecy whatsoever. They're not talking about prophecy at all. Now, people in the video I talked about yesterday, talking about how Franklin Graham was saying that that event in LA is not prophecy, is not judgment. Just shows you how this is going out. Now, see, I'm in Southern California, so I'm like a city over, whatever else, over in the Inland Empire. And yesterday, like before, it was like coverage, live coverage the whole time about the fires. Then all of a sudden yesterday, the coverage just stopped on all channels. Like the fires are put out. They're talking about how are we going to recover and rebuild. I'm like, hold on. The fires are still burning over here. How in the hell are you like, well, it's fatigue. It's fire fatigue. I guess whatever they want to say it is. They didn't say that, but I'm just making that up. Because all of a sudden, all the channels stopped reporting the fires. Stopped talking about the fires. And then one of the guys in the newscast said, oh my God, we should be celebrating. This is a great accomplishment. We got the fire in Palisades is 13% contained. We should be celebrating that achievement. You're celebrating the fact that 87% of the fire is still out of control. That's what you're celebrating? And do it with a straight face too. We should be celebrating that it was 11% yesterday and now it's 13% today. And that was because the winds kind of calmed down for one day. And now the Santa Ana's about to jump up again. But that was just hilarious. It was like, well, look, we made huge gains. We went from 11% yesterday to 13% today. You know what? Cut all this coverage. This is done. We're done. The fire's put out. The fire's done. You know what? The insurance company's just sitting there waiting to cut checks, and we're going to rebuild. That's what these people are like talking about. And 13%, I guess, that's a funny one because that would be like what they say the Negro population is. It's absolutely hilarious. But see, the thing is where's the breakdown of how this is not prophecy? We're telling you that this is prophecy and this is the destruction of the people that came over here and took over our lands. And this is the removal of those people. But see, they won't use scripture because they can't. We are the only ones, the Israelites, that have been awakened, not even the ones that say they're in the camps, because they're going to be saying that, oh, those are our people. Because see, 98% of the Pacific Palisades was so-called white people, from what I saw. 98% of the population of the Palisades were so-called white people. Many of those homes that were burned, these multi-million-dollar homes, weren't our people. But I'm looking at the news And they're just putting black people, black women, black people, black women, and they're all over the news. And then what are they doing? Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is Jesus' hand, but he has a plan, but he's on the throne. Jesus is on the throne. He understands, he knows why he took it away, but we're going to come back even better. Jesus is love. Love. I'm like, it doesn't look like what I was thinking behind you is love. It doesn't look like the destruction behind you and the fact that he took everything away from you is love. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's what they wanted to push. So I'm not going to show these super rich so-called white people and the destruction and the pain that they're feeling. I'm going to again shove a black face in front of you so that you can see, like, sorry, they're going through it. They're going through it. And then I'm like, hey, man, I know exactly why you got what you got. These so-called black people, because they're running straight to Jeebus. They're running straight to white Jesus and white. So I already know what team you're playing for. You're playing for Cesare Borgia. And anyone, doesn't matter what you look like, anyone that is down with Cesare Borgia, Catholic Church, Christian Church, you've been opened up for judgment. You have not gone through anything. You have been giving hell to the Most High's people for the time that you were blessed to do that. And now that is over with. So please stop with shoving like black people out here. Like they're the ones, even if these black people lost their homes weren't worth multi-million dollars. Why don't you show those ones? See, you've tried to hide who we were. Okay? You tried to hide who we are because everything revolves around us. And now that we have been rising, now that means that you are going to be diminishing. And again, you're trying to put vassals and blasters out in front of everybody to make it seem like it's those people that are being affected when it's you. Just like you tried to hide the fact that when you came over here and took over the fourth part, that you were taking us down. Like you said, Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth. That's over here, the Americas. To kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Now, anybody that joined unto you, you had to pretty much go with their narrative that, we were not the people that were already here. And you guys are trying to push that all the way until today. How now that these curses are falling on you, the world will not admit why. You're going to admit why. You guys already know who we are. You already know that this destruction is coming on. It's not coming. It's on you. Tag, you're it. And this is why none of them are going to go, they're going to say, oh, that's going to happen in the future. Everything for you guys is happening in the future after you're raptured. The future is here. And what it says is, if you continue to 9, and when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High, right here in the fourth part, and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? So you don't think that this is judgment, right? You don't think this is judgment in him avenging the blood that was spilled that you don't even take account of? That's exactly what this is. You went around and burned what 200 plus cities that we had. You burned them to the ground, just like your city just got burned to the ground. So again, this is judgment and recompense. The same things that you've done to the Most High people, he said you're going to give to you double. So again, I'm going to scripture and reading what it says right here and connecting it with history and things that you have done and things that you have hidden. But you're not going to get any other people talking about how this is wrong and using the Bible to do so, because they can't do it, because it's not in them, and because all they've been doing is working together to hide this. You see what I'm saying? All of that. So, and he says 11, and white robes were given unto every one of them. And it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. So our ancestors have been waiting for the correct time for everything to change. And you can go to Galatians 3 and 28 all you want. You had Galatians 3 and 28. Have you treated everyone else the same? Have you treated black people the same? Have you given us our recompense? Have you tried to make things right for us? You try to make things right for every other people, but not us. You have not been doing that for us. And since you won't do it, see all these John 3:16 and Galatians 3:28. Okay, well then how come you guys have been treating us putting us at the bottom of the barrel, and never ever trying to make things right with us, and ignoring our plight, and ignoring all the horrible things that we've gone through? You can't even use those verses anymore because they don't apply. Because when you had the opportunity to make things right with us, you never did. Now the Most High has to do it for you. Shalom.